Iraq economic news and points to ponder Sunday afternoon, June 22, 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Prime Minister's advisor. The country's financial situation is secure. Money and Business Economy News. Baghdad. The Prime Minister's financial advisor, Dr. Mazhar Mohammad Saleh, stated that Iraq's financial situation remains within safe limits, despite regional tensions resulting from the Israeli aggression against Iran. He noted that the country possesses clear financial tools and hedges in the 3-year general budget law that enable it to absorb potential shocks. Saleh said, in an interview with Al Sabah, followed by Al Iqtisad News, that the general budget for the 3 years, 2023 to 2025, was prepared according to a medium-term financial policy, which includes hedging within the upper spending ceilings, as it was set between an upper limit of 200 trillion dinars and a lower limit of more than 155 trillion dinars, which ensures meeting the state's operational and investment obligations. He explained that this hedge is based on the movement of the oil asset cycle, and a hypothetical deficit of 64 trillion dinars has been adopted, which is supposed to be financed in the event of a price decline, which constitutes a strong precaution against any sharp fluctuations in the global oil market. He explained that the last 2 months have indeed witnessed signs of a price contraction in the oil market, but the geopolitical tensions resulting from the war between Iran and the Zionist entity caused a positive price shock, raising oil prices by about $10 per barrel, which improved the country's revenues, although this is fraught with risks related to the security of navigation in the Strait of Hormuz, through which 99% of Iraq's oil exports pass. The advisor added, the Iraqi economy is currently supported by a foreign exchange reserve, which is a fundamental pillar of stability, covering 15 months of trade. In addition to the availability of commodity stocks, some of which extend for more than 3 years, and food security indicators are very reassuring. Saleh concluded his remarks by emphasizing that Iraq's fiscal policy is built on a foundation of caution and forward-looking planning to ensure it can address any potential external repercussions, including those that may result from regional conflicts or oil market turmoil. America reassures Baghdad. We are working to calm things down and will convey your concerns to Washington. Time: the 21st of June 2025, 17 hours 19 minutes and 36 seconds. Reading 510 times. Local. Al-Farat News. The Chargé d'Affaires of the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad, Stephen Fagan, confirmed on Saturday that the United States is making intensive efforts to de-escalate the situation in the region and avoid further escalation, stressing that Washington will convey the Iraqi government's concerns to the relevant authorities. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs stated in a statement received by Euphrates News, a copy of it, that this came during the reception of the Under-Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for Bilateral Relations, Mohammed Hussein Bar al-Ulam, the Chargé d'Affaires of the United States Embassy in Baghdad, Stephen Fagan, and the discussion of developments in the situation in the region. Bar al-Ulam reiterated the Iraqi government's condemnation of the aggression against the Islamic Republic of Iran, affirming Iraq's absolute rejection of the use of military force, as it poses a threat to the security and stability of the region, and calling for the adoption of diplomatic means to resolve disputes. He expressed Iraq's deep concern over the repeated violations of Iraqi airspace by Israeli aircraft, the most recent of which, on Friday, June 20, 2025, was a clear breach of Iraqi sovereignty through the passage of aircraft over the holy cities of Najaf and Karbala, and their extension southward. He stressed that this violation is not only an infringement of sovereignty, but also poses a direct threat to the security and safety of civil aviation, especially via Basra International Airport, which is currently the only air outlet for the return of Iraqi citizens stranded abroad and the departure of travelers to their destinations. Bar al-Ulam called for the necessary efforts to stop these violations and enhance Iraq's ability to deter all threats targeting its sovereignty, security, and the integrity of its territory and airspace, based on the Strategic Framework Agreement signed between the two countries in 2008. For his part, Ambassador Fagan affirmed that the United States is making intensive efforts to calm the situation and avoid further escalation. noting that he will convey the Iraqi government's concerns to the relevant authorities in Washington. The judiciary recovers 8 billion dinars in financial fraud. Economy June 19, 13:46 Information, Baghdad. Today, Thursday, the Second Kark Investigation Court recovered an amount of 8 billion Iraqi dinars for a financial fraud crime. The judiciary's media office stated in a statement received by Al-Maluma agency that the amount was recovered from two companies that violated the law by fraudulently obtaining the difference in the dollar exchange rate through money transfers outside the country. He added, these efforts are continuing to take legal action against the remaining companies that follow illegal methods to obtain large profits, which harms public funds. It is noteworthy that the Second Kark Investigation Court, with great efforts and under the supervision of the first judge of the court, recovered this amount. After the U.S. strike, learn about the dollar exchange rate in Iraq. Economy, 11:53 June 22, 2025 Mawazin News, Baghdad. The exchange rates of the dollar against the dinar in the Iraqi local markets today, Sunday, June 22, 2025, in the main governorates are as follows. Baghdad. Selling price. 145,000 Buying price. 144,000. Erbil. Selling price. 144,650 Buying price. 144,250. Basra. Selling price. 144,500 Buying price. 143,750. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.